So one of the leaders of Slint is Brian McMahon. One of the leaders of Slint is Brian McMahon. McMahon is how it's M-C-M-A-H-A-N. It's a southern rock band. Tweeds was recorded in 1987. That's also a Slint album. It's a cool trailer right there. One of their last albums by Slint was Spiderland in 1991. On July 13th, 2007, they made an appearance at Pitchfork Music Festival. God only knows if Linda and Cole Band would ever even get to attend, more or less be there. They're a really cool band. Check them out. All Slint stuff. Breadcrumb Thing I'm getting to. It's a documentary. It's also based on one of their songs, but I'm trying to find the Breadcrumb song right now, so following this trailer right here. I'm going to pick up some Italian food at the Mando, Italian bistro. Just give me a second. One of their records was produced by Touch and Go Records, and they were active from 1986 to 2014. Slint is actually a Kentucky band, and Slint met in preteens at Louisville, I believe Louisville High School. Let me double check. It was actually Louisville Public School in preteens, and they met and started a band in Jefferson County in Kentucky. You got to check out Slint. I'm still looking up the Breadcrumb documentary, so I'm going to check that out in just a minute. Figure something out every once in a while. I want to lag, kind of go like that. So it was Walford and McMahon, and they played at a punk band called Squirrel Bait, probably in the Kentucky area. And so that's really all I want to say about Slint, but they're not around. But that one band that I was listening to, I think they were probably inspired by them, or they had the same ideas they had about kind of talking, giving kind of a, like reading a journal and then playing music over, or playing music and then reading a journal over the music kind of thing. It comes off as very kind of Jack Kerouac-y, real kind of beat kind of thing. But I thought what I heard from the other band was they were pretty good too. And that's when I thought of Slint from this band right here. So one thing leads to another. So check them out too. Merchant Ship's Sleep Pattern. Merchant Ship's Sleep Pattern. Hey, what's going on, buddy? And it's on SoundCloud under Count Your Lucky Stars. Quite a bit of traffic, more than usual. As one of your leaders, I'll promise not to lie, and I'll promise to expose the truth. The truth does set you free, but so does discipline. It's not going to be easy. But you have to realize that telling the truth is always going to be the most helpful way. And that's what I'm trying to do with these vlogs, is simply just tell the truth. The best way I know how. And that is Buc-ee's. a friend of the person that likes to get gas and go to a very large convenience store gas station. So the major problem with the government today is abortion. Abortion's an issue. And right behind that is child support. So they go after the child that didn't get a chance to be born. So they kill the child. And the child never gets a chance to even be born. And that's wrong. And then they go after the father that no longer wishes to serve mammon, but rather serve God. So it violates the line between church and state. And those that will help rebuild the country will choose the side of the church, the Christian church, to rebuild the country. And the line between church and state will be temporarily changed. There'll be a barrier, and they'll try to cross over each line. But remember, God's in control, so God controls who can cross that line and who can't, ultimately. So there still is a separation between church and state. So we still have the right to protest in the name of God. So that water park that's in Roanoke that I've passed a few times, it's called Hawaiian Falls Water Park. See, the military will buy up all the gas, drink up all the beer. They're basically gonna have to make a decision between the two. They'll have like one of the most polluted vehicles. And they will live on the government check as a backup, no matter what they do. So they're protected. And you won't be eating any of their food. I mean, I'm not anti-military, but I don't understand why they're set aside a certain class of people. Like when you fill out a job application that says protected veteran, what does that exactly mean? Protected veteran. What about protected citizen? Right? They need a little mark there that says protected citizen, right? We shouldn't have to go over to a third world country and dominate the poverty-stricken so that we can drive around an F-150, 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 right? And burn up all the gas. No wonder there's people that are starving. I have a feeling if they kind of chill out a little bit, I just might be able to see my children again. So what happened on January 6th was wrong. I don't think it was military supported, but the military did make some decisions. And even the military pulled out some of the National Guard they didn't feel were trustworthy. I think what happened for a reason, and it wasn't just complete chaos protest. I'd hate to see it happen again. But if you are military personnel, you might want to question some of maybe your spending strategies and try to be more charitable organization. Because ultimately, when there is government restructuring, they're going to wonder, well, you just bought a new F-150, 2 years ago. Meaning some of your money is going to have to start going to charitable donations. By the way, my PayPal is listed on all my posts, all my YouTube posts. My PayPal is listed. No one should be forced to give, but if you have more than enough and you see that this person over here doesn't really have anything, ideally, I think the military would support the fact that you're giving to people that are lesser off and not just dominate and dominate and dominate. Because the bully, one day, the bully will fall. Well, we're headed to Buffalo Wild Wings to pick up some food for friends. Right here from back here, looks like there's so many cars that one car just kind of lifted up and popped up right there. On our way to Texas Motor Speedway to pick up some Buffalo Wild Wings to drop it off right at your doorstep for your convenience. So the sign said, "You shoot zombies," and there's also a hayride too. I passed it again. So it's right about here. It says, "You shoot zombies," and it's paintball zombies with a hayride somewhere in this area. Seems to always be birds coming over Buffalo Wild Wings. Strangely enough. It's an independent cell tower. It's probably running on independent fuel. Cables are coming off, run by a gasoline powered engine. It's generated. It's a generator. It's run by a generator, gasoline power generator. It's basically a cell tower. Remember, there's two flags, Texas and the American flag. And you have to choose. Everyone does. The most important thing is don't be wasteful with fuel like this guy over here. Way over there, don't hot rod it. Don't let them know, remember, no salute, no uniform. The most dangerous military of all is the invisible one. So they created invisible holocausts. We create an invisible military to counter and save our children. And save the fathers of the children too. In the Civil War, one major difference between the military was manufacturing. There's a major difference between the Southern military and the Northern military, and that is known as the sky. Those who rule the sky rule the war. And if you control the skies, you control the entire country. That's an interesting symbol. Buffalo Wild Wings. Buffalo Wild Wings. Now that's a pretty smart Marine. He's got himself a Prius. Okay, we're off to Ponder to drop off this Buffalo Wild Wings. And there's a few gathered RV all along the No Limits Texas Motor Speedway area. And away we go. turning right on Seabourn. We're entering Ponder city limit. And there's Seabourn right here. This is an interesting road. Couch Road. Here it is, Couch Road. We're dropping off. It looks like there's a kid on the road right there on a skateboard. Give him a signal, there he goes. Well, you get on this country roads, you might as well do a little bit of skateboarding, especially if you're a kid. I wouldn't recommend it, but anyway. Then we'll be turning on Webb Road. And it's bumpy because it's gravel. And I've dropped off here before. It looks like they've got some Halloween decorations here at this trailer. Not too bad. I mean, it's not Universal without in the woo, but it's something. Looks like I have to spin back around. Looking for 4290. Oh, that's the one left the recliner out. Looks like a pretty comfy one too. Not the recliner. You won't see a lot of military personnel living in these. There's the recliner right there. Not yet. That one looks almost condemned. It's a really cool film called Radio Flyer. And away we go. So this road is called Webb Road in Ponder, Texas. If any military personnel want to go out there and help out, maybe, I don't know, maybe they could deliver some groceries. They can't be drinking while they do it though. I'd rather you not smoke either. There's some goats. Future militia. That little girl back there looked like Linda when she was a kid. Kind of brings a smile to my face. Away we go. You never know. You never know what the tide is going to bring in.